I'll tell a bad story on myself. Y'all know we've been having road construction on Palm Drive. They've been, they're replacing some pipes under the road, and they've been digging up the road, and then in the afternoons they fill it back up, and they're digging it up, and they fill it back up, and the big machines are going around. My house is shaking, the church is shaking, all this kind of stuff. So the guys that are doing the road work are not my favorite people to see right now. Every morning I see them, and I'm like, oh, another day, right? And so one day last week, I forget what day, maybe Thursday. No, this was 2 weeks ago, because Jake was still here. So I think it was Thursday. Anyway, the doorbell rings, and my son Jake is here. He looked out the window, and then he went back to his room. And I'm like, who is it? And Jake says, oh, it's one of the guys working on the road. And I'm like, oh, great. They're probably going to tell me they're going to shut off our water, or they made a mistake. Like a couple months ago, they accidentally cut a gas line, had to shut off gas to the whole neighborhood. Like everything, I've got all these bad assumptions in my mind. So I open the door, hey, what's up? He's like, he points at a car on the street. Is that your car? No. Do you know whose car it is? No. It's in our way, and we can't do something. He explains that they need to find whoever owns this car to move it because it's in the way, and they need to get to something around it, right? So years of religious training and a relationship with God, and the first thing I say is, we'll just have it towed. And this guy says, I did say that. And this guy says, well, we don't like to do that to people. People have a hard enough time. We want to be a good neighbor. Oh! Nicest guy in the world. Most gracious person possible. Every assumption I'd made about him, he doesn't care about us. He was just looking out for people. He just wanted to be good to the people that were suffering under the road construction. This heathen, this guy had probably thrown litter in my yard. At least that was my assumption. Probably from Nazareth. Says we want to be good neighbors.